All right, good morning. So, I am running a little late today, but I'm going to try to catch up if I can. But of course, because it's Monday, I can't get this to connect, and I'm not particularly sure why. Coder, these are the credentials. So what I'm trying to work on today is this little app that I've been building for testing Game Boy games. And for some reason, select the remote. I can't SSH into my dev environment. More actions. Install and start server if needed. Exiting. I don't know what's going on here. So let's see if ChatGPT can help us, because I am not sure why I was able to do this before, but now I can't. I'm sure there's something missing that I need to add. So I've been working on, while this sort of tries to figure itself out, I've been working on this app for testing out Game Boy games. And the whole idea is that you can basically not unit test, but write scripts to control a Game Boy game via the emulator and use this to sort of test. And this grew out of the project that I was supposed to be working on for the Game Boy Game Jam. Just give me a quick answer. That I took a sidebar from to work on this little tool. I guess nothing wants to work today. So the whole idea of it's really simple. You basically create a... oh, that was weird. I think some things got broken. Projects... looks like the Game Boy emulator is broken now. Oh no, wait, it's working. So the idea is you create all these little actions and you get this emulator and you can control this emulator. And even step through it frame by frame, and we can use that to run particular scripts. So I'm trying to fix all the UX to this. The aerospace VS Code is trying to connect to Studio doesn't port, but the container likely doesn't have SSH running on that port mapped. Make sure it points to... Well, that's not true. If I go to Studio as local... Huh. Is this not on my network anymore? Interesting. What is the computer's name? Cool. Well, I guess this morning is SSH debugging. Wonder what the... I need to find the IP address for my Mac that's hosting all this. I was having some issues with it restarting, so I wonder if... I also turn off the Wi-Fi, but it is connected to the network. You can see it's connected to Ethernet. Let's try the direct IP address. What's going on here today? Because this works, and this works, so it is running. How do I test SSH on a Windows computer? Alright. PowerShell. Connections refused. I wonder if there's something I'm missing. Right. I'm able to, from my other Mac to the Mac serving this, and I know it's running SSH. Got it. Your Windows is telling you the connections, but your Mac SSH server is only listening to default. That's why it works from another Mac, which defaults to port 22, but fails. Find the host TesterBoy. Change this line. No. No, I need to connect to a Docker container. Oops. Container running on the Mac, not the Mac itself. Not the container. By default, Docker containers don't run as viz code. Install and start in the container. I did this already. Expose the port, did this. Update your... Interesting. Looks like you mapped it, but unless this is... Let me try copying this over and pasting it in. Try this inside the container. That starts on your... No, but I shouldn't have to... Wait. Make sure you map the port. SSHV... shoot. Let me try restarting the container. I noticed this the other day. It was like a really weird thing where I couldn't SSH into the Mac directly. But I know SSH works because I literally have it working on my other computer. Alright, let me see this real quick and see if this works. Nope, inappropriate time to be giving me an ad right now. That... Yeah, it's weird. I can't do this directly from... Also, wait a minute. I don't understand. Oh, this is... That's not the right port. The port I actually need is this one here. 8060. I'm just trying, I'm also testing on my other Mac to see which one works, but none of them appear to be working. I wonder if Studio as local. All right, so that resolves on my other Mac. Let's see if we get the error here too. Huh. Oh man, I don't know what is going on, but I spent like 2 days getting this stuff working. And it was all working fine, and now it's not. That's not good. I'll give this another couple of minutes, and if not, I'll just move on to the annoying way to do this. I wonder what my Mac's IP address is. Copy. Let's see if we can do it this way. All right. It works with the direct IP address. So let's see if we fix this. It's not going to work. I know. Give me the error so we can get out of this junk. Alright, we are connected to the Ethernet. I was just wondering if there's like a weird Wi-Fi thing, but alright, let's do this. I'm going to change the port or the IP address to this internal address, save it, and rerun it and see if this will connect now. Linux. There we go. Yes. Whew. That's so weird that for some reason, maybe I had to restart my Mac. Okay. So now we're SSH'd in and I can continue with my life. Let me just close out some parsec. Let me just make sure that all these other views are up and we can get started. So I'm going to open up the workspace and we'll hit OK. So what I've done is I have Coder, which is sort of a dev environment orchestrator, running on my local server here, which is a Mac Studio, Mac Studio. And in each of the containers that it creates for these workspaces, I have a little instance of SSH running. So I can just SSH directly into the container. Sometimes sometimes I have to like jump through a bunch of hoops like you just saw, which is annoying, but it works. And then the cool thing in Visual Studio is that I can now SSH directly into this computer, and then it acts like a local file system. So I don't have any dev tools or anything installed on my local computer. All of this is now just being done remotely off of my server. And more importantly, it lets me use Copilot, which I was having an issue with before, because I do have an instance of Visual Studio Code, which is called Code Server, running on my server, so I can do development sort of anywhere, but I can't get Copilot to run in it. I don't think it's just available right now. So yeah, that is all working now. So let me close this out. We don't need this anymore. This will reset itself. And okay, so now what I want to do is, I think what I was doing before is, I was going through and I was working on sort of the settings panel. And I think even on the dashboard, I was starting to, let's see here. Let's do some simple stuff. I want you to remove the header and description from the top of the dashboard. And honestly, this is a really simple. I wonder what GT5 Mini is. Ooh, well, we'll give GT5 Mini a try. I mean, I pay for Copilot. Well, I have like a paid tier, and then after I go through the credits, then I have to pay on top of it, which I don't even know how much I paid. So maybe I'm at like $60 for the month. I don't think I've paid the full amount yet, but anyways, some of these models are free. They use like 0 credits. So for something simple like this, I'm just going to use the I'm just going to use the free things because all it is just removing some text I'm too lazy to deal with. But the reason why I'm feeding it into this is that I want it to understand the pattern of I'm removing this text from this template. Therefore, as we move forward, let's continue to do that as well. So I'm looking for pages. I'm looking for dashboard. I was reading debug. I was going to call it dashbug. Let's add this here, and we'll get started. Yes, enable. All right, and while that happens, all right, I'll remove the top header. So what I'm trying to do is just this whole app is going to be a Tory, I think is how you call it, which is going to be, it's basically like a wrapper for a web app in using Rust. And so I'm just trying to get this thing to behave a little bit better. So the UX is a bit of a mess because I designed it outside of this, and now I'm trying to convert it over. I have a let's see, where is this what was this address? I think if I go here, which I actually should pull this up anyways, to this port, because this is not public. I had taken this template I found online on Git, and I've been repurposing it so that I can use it in some of my other apps. So there's a whole like component testing system and blah 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 and a bunch of different UI tests. So I'm just pulling pieces from there. Now, where was I? What I wanted to do next, once this was all done. Okay, hold on a second. Keep. All right. You don't need to run npm. It's already running, but you need to always give me git commit messages. All right, let's see what it comes up with. What I don't understand why it doesn't work, because I've set these instructions. Maybe I need to like manually link it or something. Whatever, we'll just leave this as is. Okay, so I need to open up my terminal. New terminal. Git period. No, wait, what? Sorry, clear git add period, and we'll just, this is like a weird bug in Visual Studio. Oh no, I don't want Copilot. I don't care. This is like a weird bug in Copilot on Visual Studio. It's so confusing because then you have Windows Copilot, which pops up when I don't want it to. I got to figure out how to get rid of that key command. But it doesn't paste in the entire commit message, so it gets cut off. So anyways, I got to just do this manually. Now remove the quick actions from the dashboard. So while it does this, I'm just gonna, it like automatically added these, which I don't want at all. I'm just looking through these other things to get a sense of what I need to do. I actually have a Google Drive document with some notes that I was taking. Okay, somebody's doing hammering somewhere in this building, and it is very annoying. Where's my Google document? I'll just go find it on the drive. GB UI tester, share, copy, anyone with a link. All right. So I've created this page that has all the different screenshots of what I need to do. I have the source for the template, and now if we go back here and we go to dashboard, this should just be this. Okay, so what I want to do is okay, let's do git add. See, look, it doesn't copy the whole message. It's so unhelpful. Nope. Oh, the command on Mac to cancel out of a terminal command is like the command key and C, but on Windows it seems to open up Copilot. And since I like switching between literally two computers, I have a Mac on one screen that I'm running all this on, this as in OBS. I always get confused by the keyboard commands. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to assign it to sort of clean all this up. In fact, actually, what we should do is let's do this. And I'm going to now switch over to a model I know that can actually do this. Let's get rid of this, and I think the pages, components, simple template test, template dashboard. I don't need any of these. Settings, script editor, project not found. So there should be components, commands. All right. I want to create. I want you to create a page that aggregates all of the reports from the database that displays when you click the results results page at the top of the nav. Can you go through the code? The DB API to find what you need and build out the page. And what I want to do is give it a reference to this here for playground forms, tasks. I want you to use the template from the tasks for the layout. We'll be reusing this reporting layout in another view, so make it modular or make it reusable. Also, make sure you are always using the components in the template folder. Don't like the other pages are using. All right, so what I need to do now is I need to find the back end, and there should be, is the server? Does this have all the API keys? Here's the server, or the APIs for the database, and then in Tori template, source, pages, templates, components, pages. I don't know where that dashboard base auth. We'll just do a search for where this page is. Okay. Welcome back, login cards. Ooh, this is so strange. What is creating this? Here we go, tasks. All right. I should probably give it the header. Results. Trying to see where I put that header. TesterBoy. Profile, custom nav bar. All right. Well, the results from the database is when we click on the results page at the top. Then now you can go through the DB to find all this. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have it generate out a generic page for the results, and then we'll do something very similar for tests, and then projects will just store all the information we need about each of the projects. Oh, I do want to add another navigation. Let me see if on GitHub I have this project. Game Boy Test Framework. All right, I'm just going to write some more issues. I need to go through and validate all these issues, but need a nav. Need a page to manage ROMs. Need a page in the nav to manage uploaded ROMs that shows all of the uploaded ROMs in the database and which projects they belong to, with a play button to run them. Let's assign this to me because I'm the only one working on this project, and the label is going to be an enhancement, and we'll create more. We should also have a need a generic player page. Need a page where you can load up a ROM and play it. All right, let's see, it's creating this usable table. And while that works, I'm gonna go through, I wanted to see, I gotta get rid of all these tabs here. I'm gonna get rid of all of this here. And I need to do a lot of work in cleaning up this project page. It just looks like garbage. What I was actually thinking of doing was pulling something like this, where I list all the projects on the side. And when you click on one, it'll give you all the data for the projects. We also got to connect up all the UI for the settings. There's just a lot of work to do, but my hope is that today I can wire up most of the UI stuff and get this thing sort of cleaned up. It's now become my backup plan for the Game Boy Jam, because they do have a tools section, and while it isn't as much what is it, it's GB Game Boy Game Jam 2025. It's this one. There is the award for best tool gets $230. Not like I'm doing it for the money, but I'm so much better at building tools than I am at building games. Although it is funny, like, why the tool is so low down on the list. I guess maybe it's people don't build tools that are as polished as what I'm trying to think of. But I'm hoping if I can get this tool done, then I can start working back on the game again. And I don't know if I can get first place, but we'll try. There's also some open source stuff, so this whole tool will be open source. So I don't know if that'll be qualify me for that bonus. So I wanted to see if it was actually, I guess it hasn't wired up anything yet. The React version conflicts. Let me simplify the table and remove the drop down for now. Let's create a basic version that works. Whenever it says stuff like that, I get sort of concerned. Because what we're going to do on the dashboard after this, oh wait, it's told me it's, yeah, continue iterating. What we're going to do on the dashboard is we're going to have this run. This will show how many tests we've ran each month. I may just do it for the past like we may just do it by days. We'll have the recent results from that have been run, and I don't know if any of these need to be clickable, but it's fine. We can have total projects. This way you just have like a nice little clean dashboard when you go in. The projects really needs the most. The projects in this page are this one hopefully won't be too bad to clean up. It just, there's not a lot of UI to it, so once I get it working, the only problem is when we start getting to these like actions and stuff, all this looks like a hot mess. So we'll need to work on that. But there are again, I might just do something like this where I just have this like menu on the side that gives me all of the tests, and when you click on a test, I'll figure out what to do with the player and how to build the tests. I don't know. I have to like really think through this one, because I think when you build a test script, it should be like self-contained. So I don't know if I want you to, if you click on a project here, it should list all the tests inside of the project. So maybe that's what maybe that's what I'll wind up doing, is that I will, I'll create a list of projects, and then when you click on a project, it'll give you the list of the tests, their results, and it'll just give you like all the information you need to know about that project. And then when you click on tests, it'll just give you a list of all the tests. This will give you a list of all the results. And when you go in and build a test script, you'll just be solely focused on this one test script. All right, adding the routing. Let's see if it works. Get some errors. All right, let's just tell it. Before we commit, whoops. Need to fix the errors. Oh my God, who's banging the hammer? While it does this, I'm gonna go get some water. I will be right back, and then we'll see what it did. All right. Cool. Is this still doing this? Now let me create the service to fetch the data. What did it do here? Oh, I see what it did. Oops, I didn't want to do that. I need to hide the debugging. Completed, failed, running. There's never going to be a failed. There's never going to be a running. Well, I guess there will be failed because I will have some stuff to be testing, like memory and other things. So let's see. So you can't do anything. So this isn't very helpful. I wonder if this needs to be a split view. All right, so this has come up. This has created a problem that I need to sort of think through as a UX standpoint. Like, I don't want to just keep like clicking to page to page to page, but what I think would be interesting, I guess maybe if you click on this, it would go back to the test that ran it, and you would see the results, and then you can rerun it. Or, yeah, let me think through that. Actions, fine, duration. Executed on manual system. Is this real data or is this garbage? I think this is all garbage data. I don't know, maybe it's real. I guess we won't know until I wire this all up. Okay, so oh my god, I told you to stop trying to run the server. It's already running. If you're done, give me the commit message. All right, so I think that's what we're going to do, is that when you run one of these, it would just give you the results. Yeah, okay. I see what the problem is. The problem here is that these results, I think what needs to happen is that when I clean up this page, the results will be here, and then this will become the result viewer. And then when you go back to action, it'll just show you the game. I do like the idea, though, if you do go through this, it does show you all the steps and everything. So I don't think we need to have the player. Right, git add, and we'll just make this git commit change. Okay, we'll keep all of this code. Now can you create a similar page for the tests and wire it up to the database and the what I don't want to do. Wire it up to the database and the nav. Okay, so then it'll create this test page, and then we'll start figuring out where these things go. Let me just go play around with this for a second. Do I have any other things that are similar here? Cards. Oh, I did want the date range. I should put a date range in here too. We have search, but search isn't that useful. Actually, what I want to do is change it to a date range. Change, whoops, search to date range on results. Need to filter results by date range. Yeah, there's nothing really to search. Create enhancement. We should also do something where filter results by project. Need a drop down to select the project to see results from with check boxes. I'm gonna put a question mark there. I don't know if we like some of this stuff. Like I think this is sort of the problem that I get into a lot, is where I start thinking through like, oh, in the future I want this and this and this, and then I wind up thinking of so many like future things, but I don't actually ground it in what I need at the immediate moment. All right, let's see if it's wiring this up. Projects, tests. Okay, cool. We got the tests. Oh, that actually wired up. Although going back didn't really. Yeah, this is where I always get confused too in the. This is where I get confused sometimes in the UX stuff. Like where, like how do we go back? But I can work that out later. I'm not too worried about that at the moment. I mean, the reality of it is that you're going to create a project, upload a game, and then you're going to work on that test for a while. So it isn't like you're switching between like lots of tests. Let's see. So, are we done here? All right, the test page is now accessible through tests and works with the navigation. The page, fine. Test results. Last completed. All right, so let's see. Next step here. Did I commit this? Git status. Git add. All right. So I think the next step really comes down to, oh, let's do this. Let's do, all right. I just wanted to see script, project, find. This is by project. Search. I don't really need to search. I can't imagine you're going to be having like hundreds of projects in this thing. Oh, that is a good thing though. I do want to make sure that it's using the right components. I had this little debug label that happens to make sure that it's using the right components from this reference project. All right, I want to do this now on the tests and results page. Can you remove the, can you replace search with the date range picker component in the template project? All right, this will be a little bit more useful. Just using this date range component. And then while it figures this out, I was just trying to, I think the next thing we'll do is we'll just keep wiring all these things up, and then I'll start working on the actual like page UI a little bit better. All right, the other thing I wanted to do UX-wise is I just wanted this to be scrollable in this view instead of it like scrolling up and down the page. It's already available now. Let me just create the date range picker component in the front project. When it says it creates this, what does it do? Does it actually reference? Yeah, see, this is what I'm a little concerned about. I don't know if it's reveal and Explorer view. I need to ask it, why are you creating new components? It should just be imported from the sub-module template project. Let's see what it comes up with real quick. Yeah, I seem to have lost my page. Continue iterating. All right, while it continues to, oh wait, Oh, shoot. Stop that. Okay, wait. Why? Let me do this first, and then we'll have it continue with its thing. While it does that, I just need to go switch my desk to sitting. You're absolutely right. I should be importing the date range picker from the template. So I'm not. Okay, first, let me check. Oh, I hate when it does this. Okay. All right. Implement this change. Then finish wiring up the date picker to replace search in the test and result pages. Yeah, as I thought, I hate when it does this. It just starts like making up shit, especially when I tell it like not to, like I tell it to like import this from this project. I have to like really, yeah, delete this file and then make this all work again. Yeah, I'd spent a considerable amount of time going through this template and basically getting this to give me like a huge set of different components and things that I can use wherever I need them. I was just thinking through some of how the split UI works and if this is something I can reuse as well. Forms, fine, authentication, playground. I did want to borrow this little menu. I notice this page is using the results instead of. Is this going to crash out? Oh, here we go. Filter by. So wait, what is today? Today is the 18th. Oh, did it not like that idea? Console. I wonder if they get through that error just because it's like trying to code this at the same time. Just thinking through, looking at something on the other screen. Okay, so run this command. Oh my god, I swear I keep telling you to stop doing that. Alright, well, at least it's using this. Alright, so... Wait, why am I in September? I need... I will be right back. All right. Had to take a quick call. So, all right, let's get back into this now and see what's going on. So it is filtering out these things. I guess if we don't, I wonder if there's a way to, I wonder how you clear it. There we go. You just double click on it, it clears. Okay. I think this works pretty well. Let's see if we can get it to, stop. All right, it's so annoying when it like continues to. So the problem is that it's trying to like restart the server, but the server is running in my own dev environment, and it's just going to screw things up if it tries to just run it directly. And I understand like it wants to see if there's any errors, but I can do that. It's just frustrating when it like keeps trying to do it over and over again even after I tell it what to do. So let's do git add. Oh wait, I wanted to see, is this also on the test page? Ooh, it's throwing a lot of errors. Let's that's weird. Was this page throwing errors? No. We'll do the commit, and then I'll tell it to fix these errors. And then let's do this and share it. Okay. And then while it looks into these errors, I want to start thinking through the projects page and the testing. And I think what we need to do is we need to come up with a template where we have a sidebar. We sort of have it in this. Wanted to see if I had. I was just trying to see if maybe I can use like one of these cards so that each project just has its own card instead of this all being like list views, and then we can filter down by the name of the project. We can put the search in there. Just trying to see what other cards I have here. Dashboard, fine, account. This doesn't do anything. Yeah, this is basically what I want to do. I want to have. I think what I want to do is I want to have a search bar up here, and I want each of the projects. I guess we'll just list all the projects. I was thinking maybe we can list the projects and then under them all the tests that are associated with the project. But I think it's just going to be easier just to list the projects, click on it, and open up the page. So let's see if it's fixed this now. Let's restart. Reporting data table. Keep. I don't know, sometimes it doesn't like actually save the change. Nope, that's not it. I'm still seeing this error only on the test page. So the one thing I wanted to think through, I guess I'll just do it out loud, is that I did want to create a thing where you can hold on 1 second. Just needed to send something off real quick. All right. So let's see. Is this fixed now? Reload the page. This should resolve the maximum update depth exceeded error in the test page while providing you actually fixing it on this page, because I still get the error. The changes are actually applied to the test page. Ooh, you mean like the thing I've been asking you to do? The test page still has the data range, right, which means it will still, okay, thank you for, oh, look at this. Wait. Oh, wait, hold up a minute. First off, this is no longer using, no, stop. What are you doing? I didn't ask you to remove the date range component. It was already working fine on the results page. You just had to fix the error on the tests page. Revert the picker to the component in the template project and wire it up correctly to remove any errors. It's like, so, I mean, I noticed this right away because it just didn't look right, but this is why I have all of these, like, these red labels everywhere on the UI elements, because I need to be sure that it's actually pulling these elements from the right place and not just making them up, because what I've noticed is that Claude or any of the AIs really will just start, it'll literally just start making new components, even though I didn't tell it to do that. So, like right now, you see it swapped it back out, and I have the right date range. And if I look at the, this is the, yeah, I mean, this is the test one, but you could see I set it up so that when we go to the components, each component, even the component view itself that builds the components, is using all of the built-in components. And then at some point we'll go through and we'll fix some of this UI stuff, so that we'll use like the right buttons and that those things like make sense where they are. Oops. I want to hide this. Like on the dashboard, I was thinking of maybe maybe up here just putting a button to say like new project. I don't even know. I guess we would just do an outline, right? Because these ones aren't outlined. All right, I restored the template data. Let's see, test results. Oops. And now go to results page, clear. So that works fine. All right. I wonder if it stops that. Okay. I am still seeing the same error on the /test page. Why does that page show these errors and not the what is it called? If they are using the same components. All right. Let's see what it comes back with now. All right. It looks like it stopped those errors. This one doesn't have those errors either. We're using the right date range. All right. Updated test script. All right, now let's keep these pages, git add period, and we'll commit this. Okay. Let's see. I fixed this. I think the next thing I wanted to do is I wanted to have it now wire up this dashboard so it's using the correct stuff. So, all right. Now I want you to wire up the data on the dashboard to the database. Start. Start with the recent projects and have each project link to the then update the testing activity overview and make it number of tests by past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 past 12 days from current day. Alright, this might be too much for it to like think through. Sometimes I just get like impatient. I want it to like do a bunch of stuff at the same time. So we'll see. Alright, I think it's getting like a bunch of messages I need to deal with. So I think I'll just stream for a little bit longer and then probably wrap this up a little early. I know it was a short stream today. I might have some more time tomorrow. No. What are you doing? Oops, I don't want to save. I want to... Oh no, now everything went away. It didn't listen to me. Oh, well that's cool. It would be nice if it actually used the component I gave it, though. Also, how can you have 0.75 tests? Alright, chart card. It just like made up the chart, and this is like really ugly. This isn't even what I asked for. Build the data functions. This stuff drives me nuts too, where like the spacing between this and this is completely, like this is broken because it just threw this in here, even though that shouldn't have been there, because I think overview just had its own label. Yeah, so I need to come up with a way to have this projects page be like one completely encapsulated thing. I'm gonna probably just do this offline so I can move on with some of the other things that are coming up right now. But before we do this, let's just at least finish this dashboard. All right. You didn't do what I asked. Let's fix the recent projects. The dashboard. You are loading tests, not displaying the recently created projects. And let's give it a screenshot so it understands what. You're absolutely right. I can see from the screenshot that I didn't listen. Oh, no, wait. Hold on a second. You know what? I lied. Those are the actual, sorry. Sorry. The scripts, number of run tests, number of ROMs, of games. Use a little icon for each and keep it within the style of the component. All right. I made all these things, all these projects named test. So that's not a good indicator of things. I think one of the things we need to do is create dummy data. Need a way to populate the database with dummy data to fully test out the UI. All right, that's something we'll do a little bit later. All right, I think this is where I'm going to stop for the day. I will be back tomorrow morning to stream, and hopefully I won't be so interrupted. It's just a busy Monday for me, so I'm trying to get too many things done at the same time. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.